revolting over the unrestrained display of power drunkenness by the executive governor of Rivers State, Wike, erstwhile National Publicity Secretary of the defunct New People's Democratic Party (NPDP) and chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Chief Eze Chukwuemeka Eze, has wringed his nose in disgust, condemning in the strongest of terms the crude reserve and exacerbated attempt by the governor to punch political opponents to the corner and stifle the rules of participatory democracy in his state. He is doing this in furtherance of the plot to scheme Pastor Toyin Cole and other candidates of the APC out of the contest and force his stood on the state against the will of majority. Recall that some days ago, Governor Wike announced that he has signed into law Executive Order 21, a legal instrument that forces political parties and candidates to fulfill certain conditions before embarking on campaigns in various parts of the state ahead of the elections in 2023. He further turned into an election regulator and participant at the same time. According to the order, political parties and candidates are prohibited from using public schools for political campaigns without the approval of the State Ministry of Education. The law also provides that application for approval must be submitted at least 2 weeks before the date of the campaign. Under Executive Order 22, the governor banned the use of premises, buildings, and sundry structures in residential areas as campaign offices by political parties in the state without government approval with effect from November 11, 2022. Reacting to the ugly development in a statement made available to media houses in Port Harcourt, Eze said the governor seems to have been lost in pathological referral of the powers of his office to a degree that is extreme, excessive and grossly abnormal and against every known norms and rules of democracy and civility, and must be reminded that power is transient and will definitely leave him in a matter of months. He said the executive order are ultra-virus, the power of the governor as the Constitution and Electoral Act have already taken care of, and specified the limits of political parties and actors in the electioneering process, and any modification by way of executive order in a corruption of law and does not deserve the respect and obedience of the people. Quoting the Electoral Act 2022, Eze said Section 92(3) thereof specifically spells out places where political campaigns, rallies, and other engagements in furtherance of any political purpose should not be carried out, including setting up of campaign offices. Similarly, by virtue of the provision of Section 91 of the same Act, if there is any institution whose authority should be sought and obtained before embarking on political rallies and campaigns as allowed by Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution, it is the Nigerian police and not the governor or his agents and privates as is speculated under the controversial executive orders. Arrogating to oneself powers that nearly contravene the Constitution, which is the ground norm, and the Electoral Act, which is the principal legislation covering electioneering processes and stipulating offences and punishment thereof in ultra-virus, null and void, and an invitation to anarchy. The party chief said the Constitution having granted citizens right to own properties, association and private life as well as specifying limits to such rights, Governor Wike is frontiers, official and cannot detect for citizens and property owners how to deal with their properties inasmuch as the usage of such properties does not constitute crime or contravene existing laws on unbound development. Eze emphasized that the only institution that has powers to legislate on the regulation of political parties, electioneering campaigns and matters incidental thereto is the National Assembly and not a state governor, and the provisions of Electoral Act is sufficient in that respect. He pointed out that the fear of an imminent defeat that awaits governor and his party, and stooges is pushing him to act beyond this bound, noting that restricting political parties from freely going about the lawful business of engaging citizens and canvassing for votes from electorates is undemocratic and portends great danger to democracy. Eze assures that the APC participating in the 2023 elections, the victory of Pastor Tony Cole and other candidates of the party is sacrosanct and non-negotiable, as Rivers people are determined to bring an end to the oppression and suppressive orders of the tyrants which contravene every recognized standards of civilized behaviors, international ethics and decorum.